Hi, my name is Ung Wing, and this is my scene analysis digital project for film and culture course. Undoubtedly, Silence of the Lambs is one of the most influential crazes that has ever appeared on the screen, whether it's in the past or at the present. Directed by Jonathan Demme, this 1991 film proved to be a very well-constructed psychological thriller with a generous adaptation of fine scenes, shots, and framing work, along with the use of lighting, coloring, and of course, sound. Silence of the Lambs follows the journey of an FBI trainee named Clarice Starling in a main hunt for the elusive mass killer Buffalo Bill. Hoping to attain a better insight into the twisted mind of the killer, Starling went to meet an inmate that used to be a brilliant psychiatrist, Dr. Hannibal, the Cannibal Lecter. In order to receive valuable clues about the wanted serial killer, Starling must match wits with him and feed his morbid curiosity with details of her own complicated life. The first opening scene will be the focus for this analysis. It focuses on one exercise routine of Agent Starling until she makes her way to Special Agent Crawford's office. The scene is set at a mysterious and foreboding forest in dead tree, fallen leaves, and shadowy steel gray blanket of misty fog. The first opening shot is a crane shot as the camera crosses the tree, going from high to low. It then cuts to a long shot of the girl in the distance climbing up the hill through the fog. This is the high-angle framing of Starling climbing up on the hill recklessly. The use of this angle makes this character appear to be small and weak, if not to say vulnerable. It then continues to illustrate images of Starling run in the midst of gloomy and misty fog. At this point, the camera often pans behind her running continuously. This shot somehow implies that she is being followed, and by somehow, she is being chased. The diegetic sound of her heavily breathing and footstep, and the use of non-diegetic orchestral score that has a very minor key gives off a very mysterious and tense atmosphere during the scene. It builds up the tension of the scene as the audience follows Starling through the movement of the camera. This makes the audience believe that something bad is going to happen to this girl. However, this proves not to be the case as she encounters the cargo net. There's a low-angle shot of Starling on top of the cargo net that helps add in power and strength to the character, contradicting to the medium-long shot of her running and the high-angle shot from the beginning.
Starling! Starling! Crawford wants to see you in his office.
After the two shots, there is a close-up of the man in an FBI hat with his serious facial expression. This shot first indicates that Starling is working for the FBI due to their previous conversation. As she enters the headquarters, the movie continues with its tracking shot with many different framings, from side-on to close-ups. Many of the shots are mid-body shots, which create feeling like the audience are the one following and watching her. Towards the ending of the opening scene, there is a medium shot of Starling in the lift with men. The framing of the shot shows the audience that she is a lot smaller than the man in the lift, and she somehow seems to be out of place. Colors also plays an important role for this shot, as we can see her standing out in a grayish sweatshirt in the middle of college with red shirt. But despite seeming out of place, her facial expression at this point still seemed very comfortable. At this point of the movie, all the music has completely stopped and instead, more diegetic sounds like phone ring, footstep, and elevator ding make the setting seem realistic for the audience.
You looking for Crawford?
Yes, sir.
Well, he should be back in a couple minutes. Why don't you wait in his office? And then I think they were over in Flushing.
Although the scene as a whole does create a building sense of tension and worry, it's essentially a bait and switch designed to keep the audience on the edges of their seats and generate a thrilling atmosphere, even at the very start of the film. This is, in effect, foreshadowing for the themes presented in the rest of the movie. As Darling is at first portrayed as a small and fragile female, along with the camera work, the editing, and the music, we are led to believe that Clarice is being chased and followed when in actuality, she's only doing a simple training exercise. As the opening scene processes and ended, it cleverly encapsulated the film's running theme and brings the audience closer to the portrayal of the protagonist, Agent Starling.